Hi Livia Crew, Beth here with your yoga for the day. Hopefully you are doing awesome today. Let's take some time for ourselves. If you don't already, please grab a little bit of water. And as always, check with your doctor first before you're engaging in any kind of exercise. Make sure you get that A-OK. All right, team, let's hit the mat. We are going to go ahead and either start in that thunderbolt position or easy seat. So just seated on the mat, crisscross position. Or we take those heels right underneath. You can tuck the toes if you'd like, or just leave the toes down. And let's breathe. Inhale and exhale. And just let everything go. Take the next few minutes just for yourself. Breathe through the belly. Let the belly expand and let the belly fall back as you exhale. Just one or two more. Go at your pace with your breath. Think about elongating that spine. And go ahead when you're ready with your inhale. Let's lift those arms high. And exhale, take those arms down to the mat. Just take a minute to connect the breath and the body together. You can gently close your eyes if you'd like, just to help make that connection. Breath and body. A couple more. Bringing those hands down to the mat. Let's drop the chin right to the chest. Continue that yoga breath. Take the right ear to the right shoulder. With the breath, take the chin back to the chest. Left ear to the left shoulder. And chin back to the chest. Chin parallel to the floor. Inhale, lift those arms. And exhale, bring them down. Inhale, lift one more time. Leave those arms extended. Palms face each other. And this time, let's do a little gentle twist as we exhale. Look over to any side you would like. Inhale, lift. And a gentle twist to the other side. Inhale, lift. This time, let's go forward with a nice flat back. Tip at the hip, keeping that back nice and flat. Exhale as you come down. Inhale, exhale here. On your next inhale, lift up high. And exhale, let's go back down. Staying right here, take those fingers behind the back. If you can interlace your fingers, great. If not, just reach. Whatever works best for you. And inhale, let the body rise. Exhale, bring it down. Maybe those fingers reach up a little bit higher. Inhale, lift. And exhale, come on down. Maybe those fingers go even a little bit higher. And again, if you can't interlace them, no big deal. Just reach up higher. Inhale, lift. And let's exhale here. Inhale, lift the arms. And then with your exhale, let's bring those hands right in front of the knees. And go ahead, pick a leg, any leg. Take it straight out to the side. From here, those fingers are wide, shoulders are relaxed and down. Your back and your neck is long. And if it feels okay for you, lift that leg. Extend the leg. Feel free to wiggle those toes. Bringing that leg down. And let's bring it back into that position where we started, that thunderbolt position. Inhale, exhale, extend the other leg out. If you feel like you can lift it, go right ahead. If you're like, that's not going to work for me, that's okay. Maybe the heel lifts. Maybe we just point the toe back and forth. that works as well. Maybe you have to lean a little bit forward before that leg lifts, but lift it if you can. Bring it back into position. Inhale, lift the arms. And exhale, let's go to tabletop. So we're going to bring the shoulders right underneath the wrist. We're going to bring the knees right under the hips. And from here, we'll go right to this cat and cow. So dropping the belly, opening the chest, then bringing the belly up. With that breath, exhale, inhale to open. And exhale, bring it back up. I know we do these just about every time, but you know what? They're so good for your back. And it's one of those poses as well that's really easy to connect the body and the breath. Not every pose is easy like that. Sometimes it's hard to remember. Do I exhale? Do I inhale here? And then with the alignment. Alright, now we'll meet you right back into that tabletop position. Let's tuck those toes underneath. We're going to raise those knees just a little bit above the mat, but just a little. Ready? Lift. And let's bring those knees back down to the mat. Let's go ahead and bring the feet to the top of the mat. And then we'll take our hands and we'll explore reaching out forward, taking the chin or the forehead down to the mat. The bottom is in the air. Now let's drive those fingertips back underneath the armpits, lifting back to tabletop. We tuck the toes again. We're going to go ahead and lift the knees again. And this time, let's drive those hips up into downward dog. Our first downward dog, so definitely move around in it. Move your feet around in it. See what's comfortable for you as far as wideness. Maybe your feet have to go wide. And breathe. From here, let's go ahead and bend those knees ever so slightly. And your option is to jump or walk. I'm going to take that walk to bring those toes right up in between the hands or as close as possible. Knees are still bent. Inhale, lift high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift high. Exhale, forward fold. One more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward fold. Those knees can be bent back as flat. If you feel like you're arching or have a curve, let's take that curve out by bending those knees. From here, hands go wide right in front of those feet. We're going to bend the knees a little bit more and step back into that plank position. Now, if your knees need to come down, let them come down. If you can stay up, stay up. This is all about progress, not perfection. Nice. Downward dog. Drive the hips up. Wiggle around that downward dog. Go ahead and bend those knees in and either hop or step up to forward fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward fold. Take it back to plank, your plank. Knees can be down. There's nothing wrong with knees down. Now, wherever you're at in your plank, whether knees up or knees down, take those elbows close to the body and gently, gently lower down. All the way down to the mat. If your knees were up, relax those knees down. Push the tops of the feet into the mat. And from here, extend those arms out long. Option one is going to be lift the front body and the back body. Option two, just lift that chest off the mat. Option three, just lift that back body up. Whichever option you decide, let's go ahead and take that option, hold for 4, 3, 2, Bring it back down. Figure out what's going to feel good for the next one. Which option would you like? And go ahead and take it for 4, 3, 2. Gently release. How about 2 more? Pick an option. There's no wrong one. And lift for 4, 3, 2. Release. Just 1 more. Squeeze the bottom and lift. And gently lower it down. Awesome. Take those fingers under the armpits. We're going to lift that front body. We're going to take those elbows down underneath the armpits for a Sphinx pose. We've done this before. Let's jazz it up a little bit, shall we? We're going to take the heels together. Definitely feel it a little bit different with those knees beyond the mat. Try to relax into the stretch. We're opening up the front of the hip and the front of the chest. If it feels uncomfortable, take it wider. And gently bring those feet back into position. Kind of together a little bit. Legs are long. We're back into that Sphinx pose. We're squeezing that butt, pushing the feet into the mat. And gently go ahead and bring those hands underneath the armpits. We're going to tuck the toes. Go ahead and lower the forehead to the mat. 2 options here. Pretend you are as stiff as a board and we lift straight up, or still pretend you're stiff as a board, but the knees stay on the mat as we lift. Nice, those toes are tucked. Bring those hips up to downward dog. Adjust that downward dog. Let's go ahead and take 1 foot, let's say the right foot, on the outside of the right hand. So outside of the hand. We're going to settle those hips down. Option, back knee comes down. Option, back knee stays up. Again, no wrong ways. Take it where it's best for you. Let's take that hand that's right next to the foot in the front and open her up. Let's bring that hand back down to visit that foot. And from here, let's take that foot right back to where it belongs. Knees can come down, knees don't have to. Let's take that other foot outside of the same side of hand. Take that hand next to the foot, lift. Breathe. Bringing that hand back into position. Just keep breathing. Taking that foot right back to where it belongs. Knees can come down, knees can stay up. You choose. Slowly lower that body down to the mat. All the way down, all the way down, all the way down. Nice, you got it. Wiggle around in this position. Over those hips. Squeeze the butt. Extend the hands over the head. Remember all those options? Take one and lift. For 4, 3, 2. Release it down. Come out 1 more. Take an option. Lift. 3, 2. Release. Take those hands under the armpits. Go ahead and pop up onto those knees. Let's take that bottom right down on top of the heels. Maybe the toes touch each other, maybe they don't. And elongate the front of the body. Child's pose. We did a lot of awesome work there. Need a quick sip of water, go for it. If you're comfortable, just breathe a couple more breaths. tabletop position. Toes tuck under. We're going to that downward dog again. Wiggle around in that dog. Losing the microphone, sorry about that. Bend those knees in ever so slightly. Bring the feet up to the thumbs. However you would like to. Definitely hop if you feel it. Inhale, lift. And exhale, release. Let's go ahead into that single leg stance. So pick a leg, any leg, and lift it up and give it a hug. Now, if this doesn't work for you, if you're like, no way, that's okay. You don't have to lift your leg high. You can lift it in front with a toe. Or if you have a chair, grab a chair. If you have a wall, hang on to, like lean against that wall a little, that works as well. Wherever you're at, this is for everybody. Anytime you're on one foot as well, it's a great core workout. Now from here, we're gonna kick this leg that's up already, or if the toe is in front, we're gonna kick it behind the body. Arms can be wherever you would like. Maybe they're in a prayer position. I think we might have done this one last week. Think about those toes being down. If you want a little bit more, extend those arms. And gently go ahead and come to that three-legged position as much as you can. If that toe has to come down, the toe has to come down. Give that knee a hug if you would like. If not, that's okay. Gently release. Other side. We take that other leg, bring it up, or maybe at the toe tap, your chair, whatever you need. Elongate through the spine. Think about that stretch through the spine and the hip. When you're ready, not before, take that lifted foot, kick it behind for that warrior three. Again, you choose how you want your arms. Maybe you want prayer. Maybe you want it extended. And maybe if this doesn't work at all, you've got a toe down. That's good. Nothing wrong with that. You're still working on your balance. Gently, gently bring that foot back to that starting position, wherever that start was. Whether it was toe in front, hugging the knee, doesn't matter. And gently bring that foot down. Inhale, lift those hands high. Exhale, come wide in your stance. Inhale, lift high. Exhale, come to goddess arms, sink down. Check that your feet, you can move them, and let's point them to the sides of their room. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sink down to goddess. Inhale, lift. And sink to goddess. Inhale, lift. Sink to goddess. You got this. One more. Inhale, lift. And sink to goddess. Now in this goddess, if you decide to lift your heels, go ahead. If you want to lift one heel and then lift the other, that's awesome as well. Maybe you just want to wiggle around a goddess. From goddess, we're going to straighten the legs. We're going to bring the hands towards the mat. Head is going to drop. We're going to reach those hands right through, right in between the legs, palms up, and breathe. Really great stretch of that lower back. From here, hands come center. Lengthen the spine. And let's sink down. Bring those toes at a 45-degree angle. So if they are at the sides of the room, bring them to the corners of the room. And let's sink that bottom down as much as you can. Adjust those feet as you need. Some days you're a little more bendy than others. What you gonna do, right? Just breathe. And from here, let's bring our hands down to the mat. We're gonna lower the bottom down to the mat. We're gonna bring our feet together for that bound angle. We're gonna inhale, lift the hands. Exhale, bring it down. Now let's take these fingers behind the body. I'm gonna move just so you can see. Fingers are gonna be towards the bottom. Maybe we have to lean back a little bit. Or maybe we have to fist. If you got a fist, don't worry about where those fingers are pointed. From here, let's straighten those legs. We're gonna drive the heels into the mat. And we're gonna lift the front body as much as possible. And lower. Come up straight. Inhale, lift the hands. Exhale, seated forward fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hands come down. Fingers towards the bottom. Lift the hips. Bring those hips down. Inhale, lift the hands high. Exhale, forward fold, seated. Inhale, lift. Hands go down and behind. Lift those hips. If the hips don't want to lift, open the chest. That will work as well. Bringing those hips down. Inhale, lift hands high. And exhale, bring it on down. Awesome. Pick a leg, any leg. Bring that knee up close to the body. Give it a nice hug. From here, take that opposite elbow, bring it across the body, and just give yourself a nice twist. Lengthening through the spine. Letting that elbow by the knee help guide your shoulders to the wall. Gently, gently release. Bringing that toe down. Inhale, lift hands high. Exhale, bring them down. Fingers towards the bottom. We'll lift the hips. Even if it's just a little bit. Bring it down. Inhale, lift hands high. Seated forward fold. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Hands come down. Other foot or other knee comes on up. Give it a nice hug. We take that opposite elbow, twisting it around. And just lengthening through the spine. And breathe. Gently, gently unwind. Bringing those knees back down. Inhale, lift. We got one more. Exhale, bring those hands down behind the back. Lift the hips. Bringing those hips down. Inhale, lift high. Exhale, forward seat fold. And grab those toes in. And a little bit looser. Inhale, lift. And exhale, bring those hands down. Let's take those knees at a 90-degree angle on one side and a 90-degree angle on the other. So it looks kind of funky, but no worries, it will be fun. Kind of got a little zigzaggy action going on. And from here, we gently lean back. You can fist or flat hands, what feels good for you. And all we're gonna do is we're gonna switch from this side to the other. That's it. So we have one side going on lot about that hip mobility here. So this is all your hip flexors, little hamstring, getting deep into those hip muscles. Go ahead and switch. You can lift a little, you don't have to lift, you can just roll it on over. And definitely move those knees out. So you take your knees as far out as you need to. And if those knees don't hit the floor, doesn't matter. Progress, not perfection. Coming center, let's go back into that bound angle. So feet come together. Maybe the hands grab onto the toes. Maybe they don't. We let those knees fall. You lengthen through that spine. Inhale with an exhale, come forward. Lengthen through the back. The back is nice and straight as we come forward. And breathe. Couple more breaths. Bringing that beautiful body of yours up. Release those toes if you would like. Inhale, lift the hands high. Let's bring one fist into the palm. We're coming down heart center. The light in me truly honors the light in you. I'm so glad that you came and watched today. I hope you had so much fun. If you have questions, comments, concerns, parts of the body you need to stretch out, email fitness@olivia.com. Namaste.